Hi, guys. So we are ready to finish Act Two. That went kind of fast, huh? We got two scenes left, but one of the scenes is a grand total of one paragraph long. See Edgar? Remember Edgar, the idiot who didn't realize his brother was plotting against him? Yeah. Well, he now has a bounty on his head, and his father wants him dead, and the Duke of Cornwall wants him dead, and he decides, I must disguise myself. So Edgar is going to vanish. And we're going to get poor Tom. We see he's scruffy and crazy. Wow. Then nobody will recognize him. After that, we are going to have the big showdown at Gloucester's house. Because remember, both the girls are there. Kent is still in the stocks. And King Lear is going to show up, wondering where the heck his friend Caius has gone. Because remember, he still hasn't figured out that this is Kent. So he's still calling him Caius. So we're going to have the big showdown today. So are we ready to go? We start out in the woods with Edgar kind of wondering what has gone wrong in his life. I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place. That guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself, and am bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury in contempt of man brought near to beast. I'll face. I lost myself. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, elf all my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness out of face, the winds and persecutions of the sky, the country gives me proof and precedence of bedlam beggars, who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified bare arms pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary, and with this horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheep-cots, and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Turley God. Ooh, poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar, nothing I am. I am poor Tom. Okay, we are now switching over to Gloucester's house. He's got to be thrilled with all these people showing up at his house at this point. And again, King Lear has his gentleman with him. I'm just using the knight because I don't want to make another gentleman. So it's somebody serving Lear. And then the fool. The fool, again, look for him to tell you some truth. 'Tis strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger. As I learned the night before, there was no purpose in them of this remove. Hail to thee, noble master. Ha! Makest thou this thy pastime? No, my lord. Ha ha ha! He wears the cruel garters. Horses are tied by the head, dogs and bears by the neck, monkeys by the loins, and men by the legs. When a man's over lusty at the legs, why then he wears wooden nether stocks. What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here? It is both he and she, your son and daughter. No. Yes. I say no. I say yeah. No. They would not. Yes, they have. By Jupiter, I swear, no. By Juno, I swear, yes. They durst not do it. They could not, would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Resolve me with all modest haste which way thou might deserve, or they impose this usage coming from us. Pretty sure he knows who put him in the stocks there, Lear, and I'm pretty sure that's not worse than murder, but you keep on exaggerating. Yeah, he is not terribly well glued together, King Lear, is he? My lord, when I at their home did commend your highness letters to them, ere I was risen from the place that showed my duty kneeling, there came a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril his mistress's salutations, delivered letters, spite of intermission, which presently they read, on whose content they summoned up their meanie, straight took horse, commended me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks, and meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow that late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me, I drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers. So he's saying, dude, there were two of us that were carrying letters, messages for Regan. And he's saying, dude, I had a message from you. Oswald had a message from Goneril. And yeah, Oswald got treated a whole lot nicer than I did. So you may want to watch yourself because this is not going our way. Winter's not gone yet, if the wild geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags do make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune, that errant whore, never turn the key to the poor. But for all this, thou shalt have as many dolors for thy daughter as thou canst tell in a year. They're going to make you miserable. Dolores, misery. Oh, how this mother swells up toward my heart. Hysterica passio, down thou climbing sorrow, thy elements below. Where is this daughter? With the earl, sir, here within. Follow me not, stay here. And off he goes. Made you no more offense but what you speak of? None. How chance the king comes with so small a train? And thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question, thou hadst well deserved it. Why, fool? We'll set thee to school to an ant, and teach thee there's no laboring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men, and there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs downhill, lest it break thy neck with following it. So unless you want your neck broken, better stop following Lear, because this wheel, it's rolling downhill quickly. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it. That, sir, which serves and seeks for gain and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry. The fool will stay with Lear, and let the wise man fly. The knave turns fool that runs away. The fool, no knave, Purdy. Where learned you this, fool? Interestingly, not in the stocks, fool. Interestingly, he's saying, look, the wise men would run away from Lear right now. But I'm not wise. I'm a fool, and I'm going to stick with my idiot king. So weirdly, as really stupid as Lear seems to be, he has a lot of people around him who are still loyal. If he could just figure out who to trust and who not to. Because when Kent tried telling him the truth, it was your daughter that put me in the stocks. Again, he's not believing Kent or Caius or whatever you want to call him. He's not believing the people who are telling him the truth, and he's trusting his children. Okay, here comes King Lear, and he is bringing with him Gloucester, same thing. Deny to speak with me. Are they sick? Are they weary? They have traveled all night. Mere fetches, the image of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer. My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course. Vengeance, plague, death, confusion, fiery? What quality? Why, Gloucester, I'll speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife. Well, my good lord, I have informed them so. Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man? Ay, my good lord. The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would his daughter speak, commends her service. Are they informed of this? Not breath and blood. Fiery Duke? Tell that hot Duke that, no, but not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office whereto our health is bound. We are not ourselves, when nature, being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body. That's it. I'll forbear, and am fallen out with my more headier will to take the indisposed and sickly fit for the sound man. Death on my state. Wherefore, wait. Kent, should he sit here? This act persuades me that this remotion of the Duke and her is practice only. Give me my servant forth. Go, tell the Duke and his wife I'll speak with them now presently. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum and cry sleep till death. I would have all well betwixt you. Oh me, my heart, my rising heart, but down. Cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put them in the paste alive. She napped 'em o' the cockcombs with a stick and cried, down, wantons, down. 'Twas her brother that, in pure kindness to his horse, buttered his hay. If you put butter on the hay, the horse isn't going to like it. So he's all like, just because you want something, you like something, you can't assume the rest of the world functions by those rules. So again, the fool, he's kind of saying some wise stuff. Not that anyone is listening to him. And here come Cornwall, Regan, Gloucester servants, all of them. Good morrow to you both. Hail to your grace. And he sets Kent free. I am glad to see your highness. Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb, sepulchring an adulteress. You have to be glad to see me because I'm your biological father. So the only reason you would have to not be glad is if I wasn't your father, in which case I would have to call your mother a cheater because, of course, you're going to be loyal to your biological father. Not sure loyalty works that way, Lear. But I already decided to put you in the pen with all the stupid men. So, you're just being stupid. Now he's going to talk to Kent, who has now been freed from the stocks. See, Kent, or he calls him Caius. Oh, are you free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan. Thy sister's not, oh Regan, she hath tied sharp tooth unkindness like a vulture here. Oh, right here. I can spare speak with thee. Thou wilt not believe how depraved a quality. Oh, Regan. I pray you, sir, take patience. Have hope. You less know how to value her desert than she can scant her duty. Say, how is that? I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance, she have restrained the riots of your followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame. My curses on her! Sir, you are old. Nature stands in you on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some direction that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her, sir. Ask her forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I'm old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, food. Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Get off your knees. That's just kind of awkward. Return you to my sister. Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue, most serpent-like, upon the very heart of all stored vengeances in heaven fall on her ingrateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness. Fie, sir, fie. You nimble lightnings, dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes. Infect her beauty, you fen-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blast her pride. Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on. No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender hefted nature shall not give thee to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to banty hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion, to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forget, wherein I thee endowed. Good sir, to the purpose. Who put my man in the stocks? Oh, trumpet. What trumpet's that? I know it. My sister disapproves her letter that she would soon be here. And here comes Oswald. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Is your lady come? This is a slave whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. Out, varlet, from my sight. What means your grace? Who stalked my servant, Regan? I have good hope thou did not know on it. Who comes here? Oh, heaven! If you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send down, take my part. As for you, art thou not ashamed to look at this beard? Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand? Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds, and dotage terms so. Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks? I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advancement. You, did you? I pray you, father, being weak, seems so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment. Ah, Daddy, you are weak, so you should act like you're weak and remember your place and go back to you, my sister. Yeah, lovely children. Return to her, and 50 men dismissed? No, rather I abjure all roofs, and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with the wolf and owl. Necessity's sharp pitch, return with her. Why, the hot-blooded France, that dowerless took our youngest born, I could well be brought to knee his throne, and squire-like pension beg to keep base life afoot. Return with her. Persuade me rather to be a slave and sumpter to this detested groom. He's pointing at Oswald. I'd rather hang with Oswald. Oop. That's your choice, sir. I don't care. I prithee, daughter, to not make me mad. I will trouble thee, my child. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We will no more meet, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather, a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will. I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder bearer shoot nor tell tales of thee to high judging Jove. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan, I and my 100 knights. Not all together. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so, but she knows what she does. Is this well spoken? I dare avouch it, sir. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many, sith that both charge and danger speak so against a great a number? How in one house should many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible. Why might you not, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine? Why not, my lord? If they then chance to slack you, we can control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 25, no more, will I give place or notice. I gave you all, and in good time, you gave it. Made you my guardians, my depositaries, kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What, must I come to you with 25? Reckon, said you so? And speak it again, my lord, no more with me. Those wicked creatures yet do look well favored, when others are more wicked, not being the worst, stands in some rank of praise. Turns to Goneril. Yep. Turns to Goneril. I'll go with thee. Thy 50, yet double 25. Thou art twice her love. Hear me, my lord. What need have you of 25? 10. or 5, to follow in a house where twice so many have command to tend you? What need you 1? Oh, reason, not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life's as cheap as a beast's. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm were gorgeous, why nature needs not what gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, you heavens give me patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my cheeks. No, you unnatural hags. I will have such revenges on you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are, yet I know not. But they'll be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall